Well, good morning, everyone. We'd like to welcome everyone to the 11:30 a.m. Weekly Impact Weather Briefing for Central North Carolina. My name is Brandon Locklear. We're going to be covering the period March 20th through the 26th. It's a pretty straightforward briefing this week. Not a lot to talk about. Actually, a lot of our weather is going to be occurring in the first 36 to 48 hours. Today's actually, we have a very seasonable temperatures today, with temperatures in the low to mid 60s across the area. And there is a chance that we could see a few showers late this evening, but overall we expect that chance to be pretty small. But we are looking at a cold front that's going to bring our best chance. If you see here on the first screen in the top right hand corner, we have a cold front that's going to move through late tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, and that will bring our best chance of rain over the next couple of days, and a possibility we have a few strong to severe storms late tomorrow afternoon and evening. And then it's overall going to be a dry forecast through the remainder of the week. We're actually going to have a very cold Canadian high pressure that's going to build into the area behind that cold front tomorrow. So we're going to expect temperatures to actually cool back down to below normal during the midweek period, and we expect that period Thursday and Thursday morning and Thursday night to be the coldest in terms of temperatures during the week, and then temperatures starting to warm back up by the weekend in front of another cold front. We go to the next slide and we look at our severe thunderstorm potential. Notice today in the top hand left corner, we see that there is a very chance of a small chance of some thunder across our northern portions, and that's associated with this thunderstorm complex that's over the Ohio Valley, and that's going to weaken as it moves to the southeast. But again, our best chance is tomorrow, where you actually see there's a marginal threat in our southwest here. Don't be surprised if you wake up tomorrow morning and you see that marginal threat possibly further east into our western portions, so places like the Triad, down near Charlotte. You could see that easily kind of shift east. So yeah, that looks like tomorrow's going to be basically our best chance to see any thunderstorms. If we do have any severe weather, it looks like the best chance of severe weather would be straight line damaging winds and possibly some hail. Real quick, this is looking at our rainfall forecast over the next 7 days, and you can see on Tuesday, they're in the middle top hand. There on Tuesday, we're looking at, it looks like a solid quarter to half inch for the highest amounts across the south. That front kind of gets across our south and slows down a little bit before it pushes south of the area. So we expect to see the highest amounts there across the far south. Then we're going to be dry basically through the mid to late work week period, and then you see there on the weekend you can see another chance of some rain. And right now there's a lot of questions with the timing of that system and just how far south it's going to go. I mean, it has a chance of being a decent rain producing system, with a possibility of a closed low developing over the Tennessee Valley. But if that shifts further north, as we tend to see these systems do as we get closer to the event, our rain chances, can greatly be decreased. So we're going to continue to look at that. And so right now, confidence is a little below normal for the Saturday to Sunday time frame, but we do expect increasing rain chances late Saturday into Sunday. Rainfall amounts, we're still not quite sure of how much. Looking at tropics, it is quiet. That's not a big surprise. Looking beyond this week, looking into week 2, we're looking at a pretty high confidence of seeing temperatures above normal. So whenever you start seeing that 60th and 70th percentile, that's pretty high. You don't see that a whole lot So there's a good signal in the long range extended models of showing above normal temperatures for the, well, looks like for eastern half of the country during the 8 to 14 day outlook. As far as precipitation, it looks like, you know, maybe slightly wetter than normal, which is always great as we go into the growing season. This is a new graphic here, and I'd love to have some feedback on this. This is a kind of a graphical assessment of the weekly hazard threat, and trying to pinpoint, you know, what we currently think is probably going to be the biggest threat. As you can see here, it looks like our best chance for severe storms is going to be Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday evening. Very limited. Don't expect it to be widespread. Mostly isolated impact for a few severe storms possible. And then we talked about that Canadian high building in, and we expect temperatures Thursday morning. Most of the area should see freezing temperatures, very similar to what we saw this morning. Widespread in the upper 20s to lower 30s. So on Thursday morning, it looks like a pretty good chance that most places will see temperatures below freezing. So if you have anything out there growing some flowers and whatnot, you're going to want to protect those again. The next morning, Friday morning, will still be very chilly, but it should be a little warmer. We're also seeing possibly that we're seeing some clouds increase into the area late Thursday night and Friday. That should help keep temperatures up. So in places that do get close to freezing, it should be fairly isolated. So the threat shouldn't be as great. But as far as, you know, the severe storm threat, we're not expecting anything else beyond the Tuesday, and the heavy rain and the enhanced fire and danger statement looks to be pretty low as well. So kind of getting back to our summary highlights. So the previous image basically kind of referenced what I'm talking about here. The only really thing to talk about is this time next week, the frost freeze program for Central North Carolina will begin. So beginning on Monday, March 27th, whenever we do expect temperatures to fall below freezing, you'll see the either like frost freeze warnings, advisories, and watches. Well, that is going to be it. I'm going to look to see if we had any questions here. Okay, so I see one question talking about the hazard grid, and it's saying, shouldn't the blue squares also be a blue or non-blue, and green is limited? Yeah, this is this is something we're kind of working on. That color curve, if I go back to it, if we go to that, go to that slide, that color curve there is actually is the scale used on a national product. It's the graphical hazard product that the central region NWS offices are using. So I was trying to stay consistent with that. But yeah, that is something that we could definitely tailor. And again, this is a new slide, so good feedback here. That blue that you're seeing is actually just the color of the slide in the background. So yeah, something to work out on. So I'll take those comments and try to incorporate those changes. All right, I'm not seeing anything else. So thank you for checking in this week, and I hope everyone has a good week.